Hey sis, it's Christina Paulden here. I hope you are doing well. Today I wanted to come and talk to you about fear. So I wanted to discuss with you how we can be eliminating fear from our ministry. So this is specifically for sisters who are into ministry, they have a calling in their life, they're trying to just be obedient to the Father. And I want to talk about just the dangers of allowing fear to operate through you while the Father is trying to operate through you. So let me quickly pull up my notes and then we will get started. So first, I'm coming here to talk to you about fear, how to eliminate fear for your ministry, especially when you are speaking, when you are using your words, when you are allowing the Holy Spirit to just speak through you and for you, when you're allowing the Father to just deposit things to your soul and your spirit. It's extremely important that we have eliminated fear. Now, first, just want to introduce myself before we go any further. My name is Christina Paulden, and I help sisters elevate, expand, and enhance their lives by defeating the kingdom of darkness through spiritual warfare. I'm really big on spiritual warfare. It's something I am extremely passionate about, and I love teaching sisters how to war in the spirit. So that's a little bit about me. Let me know. I want to hear from you. If you are new to these live streams, then let me know. Do a hashtag newbie in the comment section. If you are familiar with them, or if you have been here before, then do hashtag hey sis. So let me move this over. So to my sisters, specifically the ones that are just being used by the Father, I just want to come and talk about fear. Now, maybe you all have heard this, it was kind of trendy maybe 2 years ago. I still hear it now, but there's a lot of people out here, mentors, coaches, pastors, whatever, they tell you to just like do it scared, just do it, right? And this never said well with me, simply because I know that spirit is a fear. So if I can do something without, the spirit being there, I'm going to tackle that spirit and then I'm going to do what I need to do. But I understand why, you have the, why you have the coaches and the mentors telling you to just do it, to just get out there and just do it, because they understand that you've invested in them for an outcome, right? For a result, or you're going to them to try to get to a next level or trying to, master something. And they understand how big fear is. They understand that if this person doesn't take the actions that I need them to take in order to get the results that I've promised them, then I'm not going to be able to give them the results. So they are not really worried about the fear being there. They're like, hey, I need to push you past the fear so that we can get you this breakthrough, right? So although they may be able to actually get you that breakthrough, although you doing everything or doing what you need to do in fear may work to get you that result, I just want to tell you that if you are someone that's in ministry, if you are someone that's allowing the Father to like use you in the moment when you are speaking, in the moment where you are like executing the thing that he told you to do, then this is not good, because fear is there. That spirit is there. The Father is not fully able to operate. So again, I understand if you are a coach or a mentor, you're telling people just do it, with fear, because you're trying to get them that result, and you understand, hey, there's something that they're going to have to like overcome in order to accomplish or to get the thing that they're needing. I get that. And even if you are someone who's not like in ministry, you're not really speaking, for the Father, or trying to draw people to the Father, you can just be doing your own separate thing, then that's fine. If you want to operate in fear to get the thing done, then that's fine. But I want to talk to you about like how this can contaminate the message. And I want to share a story with you all. Some of you may have heard this. I've shared this before, this when it actually happened. But when I first started to speak, doing interviews and things like that, I feel like it was almost 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. But like the first interview I had was dealing a bit with faith, and another topic that I love to talk about is faith. And I was extremely excited about this interview. It was going to be a live interview. There's going to be multiple people there, and I was excited. I was extremely excited. I told everybody about it. Told my family about it. And I studied, like I prepped. I'm a very structured person, right? So I did everything that I could do to prepare for this interview. And the interview was more so of me like actually teaching. It was an interview, me telling everybody about myself, and then me actually going into my my training, right? So I was extremely excited about it. I never once felt fear, never felt like overwhelmed. Like I never was like confused. I never was like nervous. I was excited, honored for the opportunity, to do it. And I was like, yay, okay, let me do this. Let me, get everything together. I had months to prepare. I think it was like months, maybe like 2 months to prepare. But what had happened was, say maybe 2 hours before I actually had the interview, I started to prep, my house and things. So I was like, let me get the children together. Let me, get them settled, make sure they're going to be okay. They're not interrupting me. They don't need anything. Let me go ahead and start getting dressed. And I remember feeling a painful feeling hit my stomach. It just like this hit my stomach. And it's kind of like, I knew it was like nervousness or how people would describe butterflies, but this was intense. There was pain involved in that. So it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And it made me like, wait, it made me freeze. It made me think like, whoa, wait a minute, like what's going on? So I remember sitting down, kind of like evaluating, because now I can't even like do anything else because this thing has all my attention. Like it hit me and I feel it in my stomach and I feel it like rising up in me. And I had to sit there for a moment. It's like, well, what is this? Like, okay, it's like nervous or fear. I feel nauseous. I feel sick. And I'm like, wait a minute, Christina, like, I understood it was about the interview. So I'm asking myself, are you nervous about the interview? Are you scared, about the interview? Are you fearful, to do the interview? I had to go and ask myself these questions. And of course I wasn't, right? Immediately I was like, no, I'm not scared. Like, I'm not intimidated. I'm not nervous. Like I've been practicing, for however long. I'm prepared, I'm excited. So when I realized that this was a lie, the way that I was feeling was not matching up with how I truly felt, I then went to war. I immediately started to rebuke the spirit of fear, the spirit of stubbornness, the spirit of nervousness. I just went to war against that. And by the time, like when I actually went into like rebuking it, it was all the way up in my throat. Like I could feel that feeling, that fear. It just grew into my throat. But as I started to rebuke it and speak down to it, it slowly went back down and then it just went away. So within like minutes of it trying to like hit me, into me, and stay in me and dwell with me, within minutes, I was able to like, nope, cast it down, and it left, right? So after that, I was like, okay, like I'm good. You got it, right? So I went ahead and just got ready for the interview. Had the interview, rocked the interview. It was an amazing interview. For it to be my first interview, I did extremely well. And I know that this is because I was allowing the Father to operate, right? I was allowing the Holy Spirit to operate, to speak for me and through me. And I can't imagine how that interview would have turned out if I did not address that fear. If fear was in me, if nervousness was in me, if hesitation was in me as I was presenting to others, trying to bring people closer to the Father, the Father's trying to give me that confidence. The Holy Spirit is giving me the words to speak, as things are just flowing into my mind. But then I have fear there as well. It's like, wait, does this make sense? I'm second guessing myself, and I can only imagine how different that interview would have went. And this is why I'm saying, if you are a woman and you're in ministry, you're trying to work for the body, deal with fear. Don't let that contaminate the word. Don't let that contaminate the message that the Father has placed in you. And it's just as simple as casting it out. Get used to spiritual warfare, especially if you're in ministry. Like if you were in ministry, spiritual warfare was like times 10, right? Especially if you're new to ministry. If you're new to ministry, it's like everything is like new. So you're like, what the heck is going on? When you've been in it for a while, you understand, okay, spiritual warfare, of course, I'm going to be getting, these attacks or whatever. But if you are a woman, you are in ministry. If you're anyone, you're in ministry. But know that you have to deal with these things. These things are entities, they're spirits, they're demons, and they can only dwell in you if they have legal grounds to dwell there. And if you receive them, if you allow them to be there. So just take a moment and look at like your ministry and what it is that you need to be doing. And where the Father, that's another thing that I know you all can attest to, is that it's not that we don't know what to do. It's not that we don't know that the Father is speaking to us. Is that we are too fearful to do what he has put in our hearts. Because at first I was thinking, well, these sisters just don't know how to hear from the Father. These sisters just don't know what they're supposed to be doing. But now I realize it's fear. Y'all know what y'all supposed to be doing out there. Y'all know the assignments and the mission that he's placed in y'all's heart, that, your soul is just like excited to birth. But that fear is holding you back. I want to tell you that it is as simple as, of course, changing your life, right? Living for the Father. You have to get rid of sin. But then as you are going through the ministry, as you are going, as you are building this thing, those are staples in your life, right? That's just it's a lifestyle. It's how you live. You're holy, you're righteous. That's a lifestyle. So as you see these things, these entities, these attacks, these curses and things that are on you or that are trying to get you to come in contact or agreement with them, you know how to war against it right then and there. So I just wanted to come and encourage you. Okay, to my sisters that are in ministry, I know it can be like frustrating. It can be overwhelming. You can be feeling like isolated because the Father is really working in you right now. Stay motivated, stay encouraged, but you have to start fighting. The spiritual warfare is there, and you have to stop fight. You have to start fighting against it. In fear, I feel like is one of the most dangerous spirits. Like, of course, you have murder. You have all those other crazy ones, but fear, it will stop you from doing the things that are going to save your life, right? It will stop you from doing the things that the Father told you to do in order to get your soul saved, in order to make sure that you are living right for Him. So fear is one of those spirits that you don't play with. If it's something that you know that's there, if you struggle with it, then deal with it. Now, if you are, sometimes you have to just get the confidence to do something, but that's not the same. Like if you say you're told to go live, right? Like you have the Father saying, "Hey, go live." And you're like, "I don't want to go live. I'm scared to go live. I can't go live, and like I can't do it, and I don't want to do it." Blah blah blah. But when that moment of, "Hey, I don't want to do this. I'm scared to do this," and you realize that it's there, right then and there, you can come out of agreement with it. And then allow the Father to give you the peace so that you can show up wherever, and just allow Him to flow through you. Allow the Holy Spirit to give you the words to say, to put the programs and things together that that are in your heart. So I just wanted to come and encourage you and tell you to deal with fear, and then start to deal with all the other spirits that start to pop up after you deal with fear. Okay, if y'all have any questions, put them in the comments section. If you want more content pertaining to spiritual warfare, growing closer to the Father, self-development, be sure to subscribe so that you can get more content on your feeds. Have any questions, put them in the comment sections, and I will talk to you later. Bye.